spoilers before we start this show. I repeat, do not give any Tre Avery spoilers until we start this show. I think y'all gonna be shocked to hear what I got to say. But tighten up though, man. We finna have some fun tonight.
What's poppin'? You know how we moving, man. Titans Colosseum in the building. Yeah, my two co-hosts, they don't need no introduction. Firestone Morocco and yours truly. Let's get it. Okay, now tighten up. It's a Coliseum. Fake people, you'll never see them. Everybody authentic, dog. You can join to it, just take a DM. Everybody in the city rocking, they don't take much to be loved. I scared the doctor on my last visit with that two-tone in my blood. We don't play around, we just hold it down. They scared to play us on our side of town. Say we going through a rebuild, but are we really going through it, man? Stacking up on our receiving core, I don't see a ball going through their hands. Creeping up on our division rivals, they gon' really think that we the boogeyman. F the Ravens and the Texans, Jaguars and the Coast too. Real talk, if anybody not rocking that two-tone blue, you can catch us on a podcast. We gon' keep it real, we gon' speak fast. Always live on game day, we like Mike Keith when he yells SAG. Titans Colosseum. We be chillin' in the front row, it don't take much for you to go and see him. Titans Colosseum. Everybody authentic, dog. You can join to it, just take a deal.
You know what time it is. It's the Titans Colosseum Podcast. Tighten the f*** up. Let's go.
Man, F everybody who ain't repping that two-tone blue. Welcome to the Titans Colosseum Podcast, man. I'm ready to get this show rolling, man. Firestone, how you doing tonight, my boy?
Man, doing good. Man, football being back, watching preseason games, having some topics to talk about, some actual plays to analyze. Bruh, it's been lovely. I'm excited to talk some two-tone business.
RJ was popping.
Hey man, ready for guess what? Let's try to go 3-0, man. We're going to New Orleans, man. Let's try to get a dub there, man. I was watching them play the 49ers. I'm like, we could beat them. You know what I'm saying? Like very toss two-tone business. You know like how it goes.
Man, you know what, man? I didn't even think about us being 2-0 right now until earlier. I mean, earlier I was, doing my thing or whatnot, and I stopped and I thought, I was like, Titans 2-0. Can we go 3-0 in the preseason? I'm like, would be nice. I mean, you don't see us out here celebrating and ready to flip over vehicles in downtown Houston, but we ain't gonna get into all of that, man. We ain't finna acknowledge nobody but the Tennessee Titans here. And everybody that's watching tonight, man, shout out to the chat, man. Y'all turn us up every single episode. We appreciate y'all very much. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend about us, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. Shout out to Blueface in the building tonight. Hey, man, him and Master, man, they finna start their show back up this coming weekend, man. So y'all make sure y'all tune in, man. It's most definitely gonna be lit. Shout out to CJ watching tonight. Shout out to Nicholas. Shout out to Sportacular. We got Julie in the house. We got William. William, you made it on time tonight, my boy. Hey, tighten up. We got Corey D in the house. Hey, tighten up, Corey. Ken G in the building. Let's go. Michael J. Cole. Hey, Mike, man, you a crazy dude. Hey, Hey, if you've been in the Rated R group on Facebook, man, hey, you already know what's popping, man. But hey, shout out to Michael though, man. Hey, we got Daniel in the building as well, man. Hey, holla at Wilson down at Music City Autoplex. He got a great line of vehicles. He gonna take care of you no matter if you need a car, truck, van, whatever. Hell, if you even need a moped, god dang it, Wilson got it down there. Like literally, he got everything down there at the car lot. So go holler at Wilson, MusicCityAutoplex.com if you can't make it down there to the lot. Let's get this show started, guys. Hey, like we said, the Titans are 2-0 in the preseason right now, man. A great victory against the Seattle Seahawks. I ain't gonna lie, man. I was kind of excited after that win, man, because some good things happened, but one of them wasn't Malik Willis. We got to keep it real, man. And we got to piss Michael off for a second, man, because look, man, Malik was not that good Saturday night. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. He was decent. He has improved from year to year. But here goes the thing. He doesn't have the trust of the coaches to go out there and back up the starter. I mean, you at least got to know how to do the basics. And, like I said, Malik has progressed, but he's still struggling with accuracy. He's still struggling mightily with decision making. The one play that got me was when he missed NWI wide open in the middle of the field. I was like, dude, you have got to make that play no matter what. Like, it's right there for you. I mean, hell, that's really a check down, honestly. I mean, it would have been a first down there. NWI caught it, but I mean, shit, he was so wide open, it was a check down. And we're gonna start it off with you, Firestone, man. What did you like about Malik's performance Saturday night, and what didn't you like about Malik's performance?
We'll start like how his game started. We'll start with dislikes first, okay? Because he came out looking not so great at first. It was like, all right, you finally get to start. We talked here, hey, you ain't got to compete with nobody. You got to come out here and set the tone. And the tone you was setting was ass. That shit stunk up horribly on the fucking field, bro. So like we're all here waiting, like Malik time, let's go. And it's still like, damn, it still looks like he's slow. And I get it. There's still nerves. And as the game got on, like that first quarter he had, bro, it was like, damn, this looking like the old Titans days. Like, we can't drive down the field. We can't get it done. He's missing targets. What the fuck is going on? Looking like Mariota from time to time. But then he came out in half and started looking a little bit better. And I was like, that's what we want from you. But that's not what we get consistently from you, is having a little bit better. And he went 12 for 16 for 116 yards, 1 interception. Mason Rudolph went 10 of 17, 125, and a TD. That's the biggest thing here now, too. Mason Rudolph has more passing touchdowns than Malik Willis. And that miss from Malik Willis to NWI is bigger to me than when Mason Rudolph overthrew the tight end on his sidelines. NWI and Malik Willis have been here taking practice reps for the past 3 years. How do you miss that guy? How do you overthrow him? There's no timing issues between you and him. Y'all been here. Y'all both been the backups. Y'all get considered 2-round practice squad reps together. There's no reason for you to be missing that at this stage when we need you to step up in a QB battle. So it wasn't a good showing for me for Malik. I was really hoping it'd be better, but the team just looked more confident with Mason Rudolph out there. It flowed. It seemed like to flow easier with Mason Rudolph out there, where many times it's just trying to still figure out what we're doing out here when Malik is on the field. The team kind of knows what's happening when Mason Rudolph is out there on the field. So I think Mason Rudolph definitely won this, but it was not a good showing by Malik in my opinion.
Yo, RJ, how you feeling about it, my boy?
Yeah, I think that he quarterback 3, man. I'm just going to go ahead and just throw it out there, man. He had every opportunity. I was at the game, man. He had every opportunity, man, to win us over and make a compelling argument for quarterback 2, man. And I just don't think he did it, man. I just felt like whenever he was out there, the offense didn't make any sense, bro. Like, it looked just like it did last year, man. I mean, the offensive line didn't really give him no help. But at the same time, man, he was holding the ball too long, man, and he was missing. He processes way too slow, man. And it's like I'm like, dude, you gotta sometimes just take the 5 yards and just throw it, just dump it to the running back, man. Like, it's like Mason Rudolph gets that. Like, he knows that every play shouldn't be get the ball, run all over the place, and then throw it deep. Like, that's what Malik game is. Like, he get the ball, he tries to do too much. Sometimes all he has to do is just throw the ball 5 yards, man, and get an easy 5 yards. You know what I'm saying? It's like if he was the game manager, what was that noise? Okay, but if he was a game manager that Mason Rudolph was, he most definitely could be a starting quarterback in his league. But he's just not. He does not game manage very well at all. Like that's what's killing him. But the thing that he does better than Mason Rudolph is that he can run. And Mason Rudolph is slower than molasses. Like, this dude running like Tom Brady out there. Like,
that shit looked so slow when he was running.
He's so slow.
I was like, oh yeah, Malik definitely got you there. I don't want to see Mason Rudolph running the fucking ball, bro. That shit looked like a fumble waiting to happen.
Oh shit! Mason Rudolph running, it take forever for him to get 5 yards.
Man, look, man.
It took him one play he ran, man. He turned the corner so slow, bro. I was like, man, I'm like, dude, can this man run? Like, how are you in the
NFL? Man, look, man, they want to go ahead, 5-star.
Man, my kid was like, he looked like he's scared. I said, no, that's just his top speed. He's running his fastest. He's trying, but he just not very fast.
Man, look, man, they were one of them players. God dang, he took off, and god dang it. I was just sitting there thinking, like, this dude got to get a first down. I mean, it's right there for him to take. God dang, this motherfucker got two yards. And I was like, man, if that was Malik, god dang, Malik probably would have got 15 yards. And that's one of the few times where I said Malik could have done this in that situation. Any other time, I'm like, man, look, man, Mason, I don't think much of him, but seriously, though, Mason Rudolph, he can do the basics. He's very experienced. I mean, he's played in playoff games. He's played in multiple regular season games. He knows what it takes to lead a team while they're in a pinch. But we gonna keep this thing rocking and rolling, man.
Mason, hold on. He said Mason looks like he had a piano strapped to his back.
No, man. Man, look, man. Hey, right there, man. Mason Rudolph, man. He kind of reminded me of Peyton Manning. Y'all remember that play? I think they were playing the Cowboys or whatnot, and ran a bootleg with Peyton Manning, and god dang it, everybody went with the fucking bootleg. I'm thinking about Peyton Manning taking off running, and then you look up, he like jogging into the end zone, like he's running hard as hell to get that. But to everybody else, it's like this motherfucker's jogging, and that's what Mason Rudolph Saturday night.
Bro, when Peyton Manning used to take off running, he looked like the speed walkers in the mall, and this motherfucker be running his hardest and just look like he's speed walking all the way to the fucking goal line.
Man, Mason Rudolph might be the slowest quarterback at LC, bro. I feel like I don't run faster than the dude, bro.
Why am I the comparison? I can run fast. Hold on. When I was in the military, I ran my 2 miles and 13 flat. I was fast, okay? Before the leg injury, now I'm slow as shit. But okay, I used to be fast. Not your fast target. I didn't run track like you did.
Yeah.
But I can't say too much about Mason Rudolph because goddamn he'll smoke me in the 40. Goddamn, shit, he'll run his 40 and goddamn I'll be the ran my 5. but man, let's keep this thing rocking and rolling, man. We talking about 2 of the Titans most wanted, man. Malik Willis, and now we on to Treylon Burks because Treylon Burks didn't play Saturday night, and a lot of people took issue to that. And what I have to say about this situation is, okay, I understand everybody's frustration with Treylon Burks. He needs to stay healthy. He needs to be out there producing. He needs the most work out of all these wide receivers because there's bigger expectations placed on Treylon Burks. And we ain't just sitting up over here talking about the AJ Brown shit. The motherfucker was drafted in the first round. So, I mean, of course, expectations are going to be high for him to perform. But at the same freaking time, y'all, saw some of y'all running with that tweet from Joe Rexroad, and shout out to Joe Rexroad. But Treylon Burks ain't the only one on this team struggling with something. Don't just sit up here and single out Treylon Burks. If you want to be real, the whole starting offense needed to be out there. Because what I'm not going to do, and what y'all shouldn't do, is sit up here and act like the Seattle Seahawks wasn't making fun of the Titans on social media, shrinking our players and shit, celebrating winning a joint practice before that game on Saturday night. I know y'all ain't going to sit up here and forget about all of that. And I know y'all ain't just going to sit up here and forget about what I was said about those joint practices. Seattle won both days. Calvin Ridley was out there struggling. He was acting like, god dang it, he was the rookie up out there. Will Levis couldn't connect with him. I mean, you got, hell, even J.C. Latham. He was having trouble with Leonard Williams. And I almost got into a fight with him. Leonard Williams had him down on the ground, about to hit him, but he pulled back. I mean, that right there should let you know that the Titans are still struggling in areas. And to sit up and single out Treylon Burks is foolish to me. But Firestone, what do you think about the situation?
I think I would be more likely to agree with them if we wasn't coming out of both those practices with Treylon coming off plays limping. Like you dealing with cramps in those joint practices. We saw 2 plays where you go up for the ball, you come down, you start limping off, and we're like, oh shit, Treylon hurt again. Fuck, here we go again. Luckily, it was just cramps. But if that's the situation, multiple players are dealing with cramps. Okay, we're not going to risk the season on a preseason game. Yes, would we like to have all these people in here in reps? Absolutely. But they just went through 2 joint practices. Joint practices are just like going through a game. You're going through it out there. You're having contact. You're running a little bit harder. You're not just out here running your little practice reps. So it's like having 2 games in that week. Now you want them to go run a 3rd game at the end just for some more reps. No, that's what the joint practice is for. They got their reps. They're cramping up. They're having some issues. We're not going to run you on the field to get a look at you, and then you go out there and pull something when we've already known that you're cramping up in practice. It's stupid to run you through this shit and put you in a bad situation. A coach's job is to put a player in a position to succeed. That's not putting your players in position to succeed. Take your break. We can afford a break. Go hydrate. You see where you're slacking at. Next week, come back better and stronger, and we're going to figure this out and get ready for week 1 of the regular season, because a lot of flaws came out. A lot of flaws came out with that joint practice. We've seen a lot of things. Tre Avery still is an issue out there as well, and a liability for how he plays. Treylon Burks ain't just the only one. He was getting out there cooked in practice and in games as well. So we got a lot to still figure out. This O-line is looking better, but that Seattle defense showed us where we got to do a little bit better. Like the joint practices was needed, but I don't agree that Treylon and the other players should have played the game as well, knowing the conditions everybody was in.
RJ, how you feel about the situation, man? You got a problem with Treylon Burks not playing?
No, I don't have a problem. I mean, it was boring to look at, but at the same time, man, you're going to get pretty much some joint practices like playing in a preseason game anyways. They got a lot of reps out there against, you know what I'm saying, against real DBs, you know what I'm saying. So I thought Treylon Burks did well in the joint practice. From what I saw, man, he was catching a bunch of deep balls and stuff. Like, I don't see what everybody was tripping about, him not playing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he got to do it in the game, but at the same time, you know, I just look at it like this, man. Those joint practices, man, they're tough, man. They're being physical out there with each other, man. So I see why he kept them out. We're gonna see a lot of the starters this week in New Orleans anyway, so we should be good.
Yeah, because Coach said we should see them for about 3-ish quarters this coming up. So
I thought he was talking about 3 drives.
No, it's gonna be just 3-ish drives. Should be seeing them quite a bit. I don't know. I'll go double check.
Okay.
But
yes,
We definitely need to see, bro. And my point, we need to see them out there anyway. You see what Kansas City's doing. Their first preseason game, they had them out there for the whole first quarter. Second preseason game, they had them out there for the whole first half. Mahomes threw a damn pass behind his back to Kelsey because he ran the wrong damn route. This is bullshit. Start the starters sometimes. Not when joint practices are going on, but hey, we ain't got joint practices now. Let these starters go. These people are two-time Super Bowl winning champs. If they're playing starters, there's no reason why we shouldn't be. There's a method to the madness, and their madness is producing Super Bowl wins. Let these guys go out there and play. Not joint practices ones, but this next week coming up, let them go out there and go play.
KJ
series.
said three series. Nah, I know KJ went to that practice, man. So I mean, how was the Titans really just looking, man? You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't get a chance. You know, I only see the updates or whatever, man. But everybody's saying we got smacked and this, that, and the other. And I don't know. I mean, I feel like somebody that was there that could probably put up a good, you know what I'm saying, good description on what went down out there.
From the people I talked to that was there, they said if you have to give it to who probably won it, you might lean more towards Seattle just because of what DK and the offense was able to do. But don't get it mistaken or twisted. Both defenses put on a battle, and both defenses was wrecking havoc for both offenses. The Seattle offense just had a little bit more because of the DK and the JSN situation, but we don't have our starting corners out there neither to keep that in mind. So they said it was more of just a tough, hard-fought battle at practice where defenses was winning most of the reps, other than sometimes DK running off away from our DBs and shit.
Yeah, man. They mentioned during the game that both offenses struggled. So, yeah. I mean, it wasn't like, Seattle was just out there doing whatever. But at the same time, you got multiple reports coming out that Seattle, won these joint practices. And for people to sit up and single out Treylon Burks, like, oh, you need to be out there playing now, motherfucker. Goddamn, Will Levis need to have his ass out there playing. J.C. Latham need to be out there playing. NPF damn sure need to be out there playing. Him and Dillon Radunz. Chig Okonkwo and Josh Wiley need to be out there playing because they keep it real. Neither one of them are a tight end number one right now. I mean, one of them is going to be our tight end number one, but that doesn't make them a legitimate tight end number one. So, honest to God, true, that whole offense needed to be out there. So, if you're going to complain about Treylon Burks, you need to complain about everybody else not being out there. And you need to place blame in the appropriate place, which would be Brian Callahan. Now, I ain't got a problem with Brian Callahan not playing the starters because I see what he's doing. The second preseason game, okay, I'm going to give my guys a rest from this aggressive physical practice. Hey, y'all going to get some significant playing time the last preseason game of the season, and then we're going to roll on over to the regular season. And I like how he set that up because if you would have played your starters for a significant amount of time this second preseason game and rested them for the last preseason game, that's giving them the opportunity to get rusty. That's giving them the opportunity to go out there and, not do everything effectively, as opposed to having them play in New Orleans. Then you start week one off. You already got the football in you. You already, just about, in football shape. You kind of got a leg up on some teams. Honest to God, true. We don't even know if New Orleans is going to play their starters. And Firestorm, I'm going to ask you this right here, man, because Will Levis, he was on Good Morning Football this morning. And man, it was a dope ass interview, man. If y'all ain't watched it, man, go and watch it. But he talked about the vibe in the building amongst everybody. He says that everybody, when he enters the building, they have smiles on their faces. They all, are working hard. They're, wanting to be there. And I just want to ask you this question right here, man. How important is that for, everybody to show up, ready to go and locked in despite coming off the season that they had last season?
I think it's crucial, right? Because we've seen some teams that have been great have some turmoil in the locker room, and it throws everything off off the rails. It throws everything off track. Look how Seattle was. That Legion of Boom stuff. They started having their little issues in the locker room. They start having a little controversy with Golden Tate, the defense saying whatever about Russell. All that shit starts to fall apart. So you don't want those things to happen. You want it to be like, we're going to have issues. We're going to fight, but we should be fight like siblings fight. Like, we can still come together. We're still got each other's back at the end of the day. So it's very crucial that at least we show up in the mornings and know, hey, the person to the left, person to the right of me got to me, and I got them. And we're here to work. We're here to improve. At the end of the day, we all have the same goal, which is win a Super Bowl, not somebody in the locker room worrying about if we go win a Super Bowl, will it boost this coach's ego? We're all here worried about winning the damn Super Bowl, and we're going to go win that damn Super Bowl. It's very crucial because we've seen the toxicness of how locker rooms in the past here and other teams have been, and it doesn't work out well for the team's ultimate end goal.
RJ, how you feeling about it, man? How important is it for those guys to be locked in as a unit going into the regular season?
I mean, I'm pretty much proud of what I've seen so far. For what that you guys are out here working. So even when they, say even I guess when Coach Callahan leaves or whatever, that they're out there putting in work out on the practice field or whatnot, man, and trying to find ways to get better, man. They know this isn't the finished product right now. You know what I'm saying? So they know that even if we come out and we start the season off 2-4, they can just keep grinding and keep getting better. They know that in the future, man, they're gonna be a really, really good football team, even if it isn't coming right out of the blocks. I just care about how we finish, man, more so than how we start. You know what I'm saying? I know we're going to be on these podcasts, even if we lose a game, man, and we're going to be, oh, man, we need to fire this dude. We need to change this, man, blah, blah, blah. You know how it goes after the Titans lose. But I just look at it like this, I don't expect this team to start off well. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Even Will Levis, he's probably going to have his bumps and bruises. But once we get to that end of the regular season, man, when we get to that stretch where we got to play the Bengals, the Colts, the Jags, and the Texans, all back to back to back, I want to make sure that we are a dangerous football team. You know what I'm saying? When we play those 4 teams back to back to back. So we'll see.
Yeah, because, bro, facts. It's like, we're not, I know everybody's excited and amped up about this team and everything it can be, but like, you're right, it's going to come out slow. Those first couple of weeks probably are not going to look best. Or we might get one game that looks good, like Will Levis' debut, and we got to start putting some stuff together. Like, we're going to have some turmoil at the beginning of this season. You're going to see some bumps and some bruises and some lessons being taught. So we're still getting things put together. This still is early on. So don't be ready to jump ship early on when things are still trying to work its course and trying to figure out and become something. Remember, we just planted the seed. We got to let this thing blossom. We can't just start uprooting this plant before it even gets its roots built into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, speaking about roots being in the ground, man, somebody ain't got their roots in the ground, man, on this Titans team. And I think y'all know who I'm talking about. He's the Titans' most wanted number 3, and his name is Tre Avery. And Saturday, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. That first completion, I was like, now Harrell, he tipped that damn ball, and you still let the motherfucker make the play. I was like, okay, cool, fucking, all right, let's go. So then a couple of plays later, I think the guy had help over the top, but that still didn't stop the Seattle wide receiver from making a play on Tre Avery and scoring a touchdown. At that point, I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm done with Tre Avery. I can't continue to do this. Now, over the course of time, once I got the emotions out of it, I got to thinking. I was like, okay, if we cut Tre Avery, I mean, they're going to probably end up keeping 6 cornerbacks. And if we cut Tre Avery, we're going to end up with either Caleb Farley, which is a lot of people's most wanted when it comes to the Titans. Because, I mean, shoot, man, people been crying about Caleb Farley ever since he got drafted. God dang it. And they still want him gone. I mean, when Caleb Farley got injured, it's like everybody condemned the man. I didn't, but everybody seems to think he's going to get cut. And then you got Gabe Judy Lalau, and I know I'm saying his last name wrong, but he's still kind of raw himself. So, I mean, RJ, I'm not going to lie. I'm having second thoughts about cutting Tre Avery because we got to keep it real on this show. Tre Avery, he been in some tough positions. He's been out there playing more than he should be playing, especially last season and the season before last. And my question to you is, do you really want to cut Tre Avery in favor of Caleb Farley or Gabe Judy Lalau? Oh, man. Good. God,
Listen,
oh,
man. Listen, Marco, man. You gotta get me out on this, bro. Get him out of here.
Go for it.
Boy, no, I did this. See, Morocco, what you doing right now? I've done before. I came down. I've done it before. What you about to do? Oh, man, he wasn't that bad. Blah, blah, blah. Get him out of here, bro. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that no longer, man. There are 32 teams in the league. There are 100 corners out there. You can find somebody better than Tre. You can find somebody better than him, bro. Somebody finna get cut at the end of this last game, and he gonna be better than Tre Avery. Do your research. Watch film on these other teams, man. There's somebody better than Tre. I promise you. He is garbage.
Hey, we got a super chat from Sports Tackler, man. Hey, shout out to Sports Tackler, man, coming through with the super chat, turning us up every single week. Y'all should have seen Dedora's face after Avery gave up the touchdown. Yeah. He was like, "This fool getting cut." Hey, bro, I'm not gonna lie. If I was the DC in that moment, hell, his hand would have been in the locker room.
Bro, like me and RJ was watching the All 22 like before we got on here, and like that play happened to just pop up like right at the timing, like RJ just came in too. And I was like, man, look at it. He could have made a play on the ball. Like the ball was beautifully placed by the QB to be right in the pocket where the wide receiver is. Tre Avery is there to make a play on that motherfucker and swat it out. And then even then, after he catches, there's just no fight through the ball. Like, oh, we're just both our hands are on the ball together. Let's hold this touchdown pass together. No, rip, punch, do something. Fight through the play. Like, this is a touchdown pass. You don't just like, oh, we caught it. Oh, well, no, punch, rip, something. Fight, get that ball, contest that catch. And you could have made a play on that ball before it got there. You could have swat, put your hand on there, made this more of a contested catch. You also could have gotten into your break a little bit quicker so you wouldn't have got burnt like that as well, because you took a little bit of time to get into your break and turning them hips as well. So there's just many things that's wrong with that damn play, bro.
We out here. We thinking like Mike Vrabel, bro. Okay, we got to get this mindset up out of here. When somebody trash, you think Super Bowl winning franchises, man? You think if somebody trash, they just going, well, we're not gonna be able to find nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Like you think he would have? You think Tre Avery gonna make it in Philly? You think he gonna make it in Dallas?
Man,
you know what I'm saying? San Francisco.
It's only so many good quarterbacks.
We did the same thing
going around though. Honestly, it's
we did the same.
It's only a handful of good quarterbacks,
bro. We're doing the same thing with Tre Avery that we did with Christian Fulton, bro. It's the same thing. He can't play. Can we please move on? Please?
He can't play, man.
Man, somebody got to fight for Tre, man. I'm gonna be the one to fight for him, man. There's only a handful of good quarterbacks in this league. I mean, hell, everybody got a quarterback on their team that sucks. So, I mean, if we're cutting Tre Avery, I mean, all we're going to be doing is signing another scrub. So, I get it, though. Y'all had enough of Tre Avery. Y'all seen what y'all needed to see.
This is what I'm trying to say, though, man. We did the same thing with Dennis Daly. We did the same thing with Andre Dillon.
Nah, hell no. I ain't do this
gonna get better, man.
Hell no.
It was just one game.
Bro,
shit. Hey, Morocco, how many touchdowns was scored in that game against Seattle for Seattle? How many touchdowns did Seattle score that game?
Shit, I think one touchdown.
One touchdown on Tre Avery, right? So,
yeah.
We're not giving up shit. Tre Avery's giving up touchdowns. And I get the point a lot of times, like, hey, we played him in positions he shouldn't be in higher. Starters was not playing. This was not their 1, 2, 3 wide receiver. I don't even know who the fuck the wide receiver was who got the damn ball.
Somebody showing you they can't play, you gotta let them go, bro.
Man,
So,
somebody that's probably gonna be on Seattle's practice squad.
Bro, there's somebody out there. There's too many people coming out. There's going to be some rookie that gets cut from some team that can come in, and at least we know what this is with Tre Avery. Maybe you are good. Maybe it's just not a scheme fit. Maybe you just don't understand the terminology. Maybe you'll go somewhere else and be better, but it's not working here. And when somebody shows you who they are the first time, believe them, let them go be that wherever else you want to flourish them at. And let's go get some younger talent that could be raw, but could be better. I really believe that Gabe Judy would be a lot better in that corner, and Jim Brownie as well. Let them two go out there, develop and be better. And then Caleb Farley can fight for that 6th spot. Caleb Farley can fight for that 6th spot with somebody else.
I'd rather see Caleb Farley broke tail
out
there,
man.
Yeah, then the freaking see Avery just keep getting scored on, bro.
Burn.
It be 3rd and 17, bro, and I'll be scared that Tre Avery finna give it up.
No, man. Hey, shout out to Mr. Titan in the house, man. He said, what to do, guys? Avery got to go, getting burnt every time they out there breaking his ankles like he's going not. Hey, man, I'm not gonna lie. That done it for me. Yeah, Tre Avery got to go. God dang it. Mr. Titan, he one of the most positive motherfuckers in this Titans community. And if he's saying Tre Avery got to go, god dang it, I got to get off the foolishness and agree, man. Yeah, he got to go. Matter of fact, they shouldn't have never brought him back. They should have went on here and gave Armand Bean Tre Avery's spot. And let's see what Armand Bean can do. Shout out to Armand Bean too. If you watching, man. Hey, if y'all ain't watched that interview we did with Armand, man, please go back and watch it, man, because it was dope as fuck. But yeah, Tre Avery got to go, man. I'm not gonna sit up here and sugarcoat it any longer. Mm-hmm. We'll find somebody that, can do what Tre Avery can't do. And if they don't do what Tre Avery can't do, guess what? We'll get them up out of here too. That's the nature of the business.
Because, bro, we got Denard Wilson and Chris Harris. If you can't get developed under this, then you might not be able to get developed. You know what I'm saying? Like, these ain't some bum coaches. These are some damn good coaches in their prime that knows what to do and is actually making the league change and make offenses change because of how they run defenses and how their corners run. If you're not being able to develop in this is a high alert alarm for me. So there's got to be somebody we can develop.
Yeah, I look at it like this, man. There's 32 teams in the league, bro. Somebody stacked their corner right now, bro. There's got to cut some good corners right now that we can pick up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got to be somebody. Corner and wide receiver are probably the most played positions right now, man. We gonna find a corner, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they not that hard to find, bro. Like, that's just how I look at it.
Yeah, bro, and like the comment that was just there is like they pick on Avery. When you got a player that's on defense and the offense goes and they like pinpoint, okay, ball's coming to that person every time, and every time it works, and you never get to see that fight back in the dog. They're constantly going to come out. It don't matter what else we're doing. We're going to run everything to wherever you got Tre Avery in the zone. We're going to run a bunch of people through that zone. That's where we're running. Fuck everything else. Everything else is shut down. QB, don't worry about the other reads. Wherever Tre Avery is, run your routes through there. That's where all your reads are going to be, and they work. And that's the sad thing. It can't work all the damn time. You got to stop it sometimes. For people to be like, okay, maybe I should go somewhere else and not throw this way. Everybody's like, oh, no, fuck no, we throwing Tre Avery's way.
Yeah, shout out to – go ahead, RJ. And then I got to get to this store. Shout out.
Yeah, I got you. I just was saying that, man, as a franchise, bro, as a fan base, as an organization, bro, we got to stop selling for these sorry dudes, bro. Like, if somebody suck, bro, they need to get gone, bro. Like, we'll keep somebody sorry around, bro. I'm done, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then we'll like, for instance, man, I see people bringing up that kicker, man. We need to sign that kicker, bro. Like, he needs to, go ahead and kick folk up out of here. He ain't showed us nothing here, bro. Like, and we got a young kicker that just kicked the 59-yard field goal, bro. Like, we just did the same thing with Stonehouse and Brett Kern. Like, the freaking Brett Kern is a legend, bro. Like, But if we got a young up and coming player, man, just you know what I'm saying, make the
That
switch, bro.
that's good because that's what I was wondering too. Like he's out here, he's doing good. He's had a good showing. He kicked some good field goals and
Yeah,
some clutch in that time for us, and then the game winner for us. Dude, that 59 was impressive. He kicked that 59 and still has some yardage to go on that too. Kicked that motherfucker straight the whole way. Flew beautiful, nice looking
yeah,
kick.
he kicked that right in front of me. You know what I'm
So
saying?
that's
I was
my
looking
thing.
at.
Yeah, like Folk is it's been reliable. He's been good. He's an all-time vet doing this. But how many more years of Folk is there? Is there the time that we need to invest in a young kicker because this is a league now where kicking motherfuckers can't kick extra points in this field in this NFL anymore, let alone 59-yard field goals. So, do we go ahead and try to fix the issue before we have it, or do we go ahead and hold on to Folk this year and then try to find a kicker next year when we possibly could have found one right now?
I think he stayed with Nowitzki, wherever dude name is. I think
Now his name,
Narveson,
bro.
Brayden Narveson. But hey,
No,
shout out to Jason Lewis, man, for the 100 stars, man. We appreciate you very much, Jason. And hey, we appreciate everybody that's watching tonight. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, tell a friend about us, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. Now, when it comes to this kicker situation, I'm torn on it. I ain't gonna lie, because I can't just sit up here and discredit folk over what Narveson did Saturday night, because Narveson, he didn't have anything to lose. That was a preseason game. Not to, downplay his performance, but that was a preseason game. Regular season, it's a whole nother different animal, man. I mean, those nerves get real out there. Some guys can't handle that pressure. And we don't know if Narveson can handle that pressure, even though he took care of business Saturday night. Folk is proven. You know what you're going to get out of folk. You're going to get consistency. But with the coaches, it just boils down to whether they want to roll the dice on Narveson, the 24-year-old with the hot leg. No did it. Or do they want to roll with old dependable Nick Folk? And I can't say what they're going to do. But best believe whatever they choose, man, I'm going to respect it. I'm not going to be mad about it. Not one bit.
okay, you say that, then they go
say
Folk and you go come back. Why did you trade him? No, go ahead.
I'm sorry, man. Folk, man, I just look at it like this, man. Say what this Narveson do, bro. What if he becomes what Ryan Stonehouse was for Ryan Stonehouse is, and we have a kicker and punter situation for the next 10 plus years. If these guys can do this stuff for 10 plus years, you know what I'm saying? Like Nick Folk probably got about 3 more years in the league. He gone, man. You know what I'm saying? Like go ahead and cut your ties, man, and then move on, bro. You know what I'm saying? You put the young guy out there, man, and try to mold him. You know what I'm saying? We got to kick it with some leg power. Because if we let him go to the practice squad and somebody else picks him up and he becomes the next Janikowski, you know what I'm saying? Vinatieri, I'm gonna be highly upset. I'm gonna be highly upset.
That's exactly what I was about to say. You said that shit like pairing a kicker and a punter up together for the past 10 years. I'm like, oh, like the Raiders did with Janikowski and what Heckler, I think it was his name. Dude, bro, them motherfuckers was punting and kicking. They saved the Oakland Raiders so many ass kickings back in the day just by how they punted the ball and how motherfuckers was making long ass field goals for no damn reasons. They saved the Raiders so many blowout
Justin
fucking
Tucker
games.
Too. Yeah, I forgot about Justin Tucker. What if he's the next Justin Tucker? You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, bro. You go out here. I say you go out here and really challenge him this preseason game. If there's a chance to kick something deep or kick it, I'm usually like, let's go for it. Fuck it. Let these motherfuckers kick now, because we got a real position battle here that we wasn't really thinking that was going to be a possibility here. Or even anybody seeing motherfucker came out there and kicked that 59 with ease, and everybody's like, oh shit, okay, maybe we need to reconsider this shit.
Man, man. Go ahead, RJ.
I'm gonna say this and we'll get to the super chat. But excuse me. No, I was just saying that, man. If just think, because they said that before that kick, that Brian Callahan was ready to punt the ball, and he said the special team kicker, Cole Anderson, came out. I mean, special teams coach came out and said, nah, let's kick the field goal. I trust this guy, man. He's been kicking from, you know what I'm saying? He's been kicking like that for a while. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was a good call, man. And he showed us, bro. This dude can kick, man. He like, man, I watched that kick, bro. He kicked it towards me. Dude could have hit that from 65. Like, he could have hit that from 65, bro. You know, and that's just how I look at it, man. I really believe that we might have something in this kid. Like, he literally won us this game. Just kicking field goals.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks. Hey, shout out to CJ with the super chat. CJ says, and I can't get it coming up here right now, but I'm looking at it. There we go. Love the show. Can't wait for the regular season. Can't wait for our fan base to be on that foolishness, man. Man, look, man, we finna be on some real bullshit. And don't fuck around and let us go undefeated to start the season off, because we really gonna be acting a fool, and we're gonna be justified in acting a fool. Because guess what? We had to sit up and look at all these motherfuckers all season long, talk about how the Titans are going to be picking in the top 3 of the draft, how we're going to win no more than 6 games. We had to hear all of this shit for 7-8 months. And we got that go undefeated. Yeah, act a plum fucking asshole. Act the asshole to the point motherfuckers ready to file your ass.
Bro, I'm coming with all the foolishness. I'm coming with all of it. Belt and all, I'm coming with all the foolishness. You think I ain't gonna show up like we done won the heavyweight championship of the world on this shit every weekend when we win a game? Bro, I'm ready for all the fucking foolishness.
Nah, yeah, man. I'm gonna most definitely pull up on the motherfucker with my belt goddamn car. I'm gonna let them know, hey, all that shit y'all talked in the off season is biting you in the ass right now, boy. You don't want them Titans to be on top, because when them Titans on top, god dang it, everybody else at the fucking bottom. And I ain't just talking about 2 or 3 spots below. I'm talking about at the bottom of the fucking barrel.
What was you saying, RJ? Love that.
Nah, I was just saying, look, hey, they come out 5-0. I'm yelling Super Bowl. So, you know what I'm saying? Look, somebody said it in one of our group chats. He said, man, he was talking in the AFC South group chat. He was like, hey, man, Will Lev come out here Dillon. Don't try to hide now. Y'all have been saying all the crazy stuff about Will Levis. You know what I'm saying? He come out here Dillon. I don't want to hear anything.
Facts, bro, because they've been talking reckless about him. He ain't this, he ain't that. He come out here, start looking nice and playing. Bro, I know we sitting there talking like, 5-0. We really don't expect that. But if they do, best believe we coming out here talking all the maddest shit. And y'all, please let y'all start 2-3 and us 5-0. I swear to God, you ain't never going to hear us shut the fuck up after how y'all been talking this whole season, off season.
Nah, yeah, man. You already know what's going on with that, KJ, man. Hey, we ain't acknowledging no haters in this motherfucker tonight, goddamn.
And the way he show up week in, week out, we appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, we appreciate him, but we ain't acknowledging no haters, man. We don't do that around here.
Say can send a super chat, we'll acknowledge him then. How about that? No,
he more loyal than most Titan fans, bro. I swear, bro. He be here every show, bro. Ready to
Yeah, hate watch. But hey, it don't matter why he watch us, man. Said support us. Shout out to Said, man, but your team suck. Hey, shout out to Sports Tackler with another super chat. Harrell looks like a dog. Red in them later rounds. Hey, Red been coming through in them late rounds, man. I mean, especially this year right here. I mean, not only do we got Harrell performing, we got Jaquan Jackson performing as well. And I got to pop my shit. I sit up here and told y'all. I told y'all to give Jaquan Jackson a chance while y'all was sitting. I'm not talking about my co-host. I'm talking to my fellow fans. While y'all was sitting up crying about Malik Washington, I said, just go watch some Jaquan Jackson tape. And open your mind up a little bit. Because Jaquan Jackson, he's a football player. I mean, you just throw him out there, let him make plays, man. He has been consistent throughout this training camp, and I'm looking for big things out of Jaquan Jackson going into the regular season. 5-star, how you feel about Jaquan?
Oh yeah, bro. As soon as like we drafted him and we watched some tape, like we kind of heard a little bit beforehand. So I think what it was either Cortland or Corey kept talking about, Jaquan. It's like, hey, y'all need to check him out. Jaquan's been really doing good. And you saw him and it's like there's some playmaking ability, but the things with those younger or those smaller schools is you're like, okay, it looks good there, but are you actually good, or are you good because you're not going up against a lot of competition and you're just better than them? So that's what's harder with some of these smaller schools. But in our situation, we have somebody like Tajay Spears that literally just came from that team the year before that we can pick and talk. And hey, how's this guy? What is he like? What is he like as a teammate? What is he like as a player? When's he come into the gym? How's he handling studies? How's he? All that other shit. Got all the info. And when you look at the tape, bro, Jaquan Jackson, you get the ball in his hands. He makes plays. So, bro, I'm hella excited about Jaquan Jackson. I'm not upset that we did not go and get Malik Washington or anybody else. When that pick came through and it was Jaquan Jackson, I was solidified and happy with that pick.
And what about Harrell, man? I mean, Harrell, he hasn't done anything but come in here and do exactly what we thought he could do, which is affect the quarterback. I mean, he done that in Michigan, multiple plays where he might not have made the sack, but he was in on the play, and he was in on the play, and we saw that Saturday night, man. I mean, bull rushing, getting to the quarterback, affecting the pass. Hell, he affected the pass. Oh, God damn, I don't want to talk about Tre Avery again, but he affected the pass that Tre Avery got caught on him. I mean, he tipped the motherfucking Tre Avery couldn't make a play, but we're not going to sit up and talk about Tre Avery. We're going to talk about Jaylen Harrell, man, because he looks like a damn good football player. He looks like he's going to get significant time in the regular season.
I just, what's weird about this draft class is that I feel like everybody is all you know what I'm saying, look like they're going to be contributors. But the one guy that I was for sure going to be a contributor is not, and that's Cedric Gray, man. I thought Cedric Gray, granted he got an injury, but man, like I thought he was going to be the solidified starter. What it's looking like, man, he's done third in the depth chart. You know what I'm saying? It's great.
They don't say it.
Yeah. They getting on his head.
Yeah, they getting on his ass, god dang it. That's why I fuck with the chat, man. I fuck with all my fellow fans, man. Best believe, god dang it, they gonna let a motherfucker have it, man. But shout out to Sid, shout out to everybody watching tonight, man.
Yeah, and but no, like to your point, like I said, but the injuries has been the thing with him. Everybody else is stepping up so much, and you've been sidelined with this injury for so long. You ain't been getting in practice reps. You ain't got no preseason game reps at all. You ain't done nothing. So everybody's like, well, everybody else is standing out. He's falling to the back, and it's like he's not there. Everybody tends to forget like he has a shoulder injury, too. But he to that point though, he has to get on this field. Because to no fault of your own, you're getting outplayed. Yeah, you're having an injury, but you're getting outplayed by some of these other guys that are fighting for a roster slot, and it's making it hard for a draft pick to make sure that you got a guaranteed slot on this roster. Linebacker and wide receiver are some of the two hardest spots we have to cut this year, and there are two of the parts that we thought was some of the most biggest improvements that we had to have going into this year. And now they're some of the toughest battles and decision makings we have coming up into this year. So, and bro, Harrell, I told y'all. I said Harrell was going to be a beast out here with what we need to do. We need to go get another edge rusher. We need to go back. Harrell might be it. You can let these other guys penetrate, and he plays cleanup. Not everybody got to penetrate. Some people need to be set back. So if the penetration doesn't work and get effective up into the QB's face, I'm here to stop him from stepping up, or I'm here to stop that halfback draw play when everybody's so locked in on the QB or anything like that. Harrell does so much. He's always around the ball. He's effective in run plays. He's effective in pass rush. He's effective in pass protection or pass coverage as well. He'll drop back into zone coverage and play good zones. Watch the tight ends. Watch the running backs. Make it tough contested catches for them or no catches for him, bro. He has that football IQ that he's always has to be around the ball. He's always around the ball. He's always making plays no matter what it is, bro. He's going to have a place on this team, if not replacing Weaver on here.
Hey, and Corey brought up a good point as well. Harrell is going to take Weaver's what? I mean, shoot. He ain't been noticing Weaver, but we did show been noticing Jaylen Harrell. Man,
he's definitely going to start.
Yeah, he's out there performing. And talk about the linebackers too, because I mean we were talking about Cedric Gray. Unfortunately, he's missed time throughout the preseason. Brian Callahan spoke on that, and he acknowledged that guys like Chance Campbell and James Williams, they're stepping up. And if y'all been watching these preseason games, y'all know Chance Campbell been all over the place. But James Williams, he looks like he's ahead of the curve right now. I mean, this guy, he's making some, very instinctive plays. And, the longer Cedric Gray stays out, I mean, hey, the more opportunities Chance Campbell and James Williams are going to get. And honest to God, true, man, there's been some discussion for some people about Chance Campbell actually getting first team reps. And Firestone, before I ask you this question, man, would you give Chance Campbell the first team reps over Jack Gibbons?
At this point, yeah, for me, because one of the biggest flaws with Gibby is that he's slow. He's a lot slower. Yeah, you're smart, but reacting to plays and getting to the position we need you to be a lot of times is slow. And what you've mentioned with some of these other guys like James Williams and with Chance Campbell is that they're smart like Gibby, but they're faster. They're more athletic. They might not be as smart as Gibby right now and as high of a football IQ, but they have it, and you can coach that up more where they have way more athletic talent. And bro, James Williams is a beast. That dude is big as fuck. You see him on the field. He stands out when he's making plays. Harrell's out there on the edge doing what he needs to do. He's going to be taking reps from Arden Key. James Williams are out there ready to play linebacker, safety, corner, whatever you need this man to drop back and do. Bro, it's such a versatile type of style of offense that you can't sit there and just think that these linebackers all have their jobs or that Gibby is going to be here. Bro, I feel like Gibby is going to get cut, in my opinion. That's my hot take. Is one of these guys that's going to not make the roster that people's going to be shocked by. I think it's going to be Jack Gibby's. I think that's exactly who it's going to be, because they want Cedric Gray. They know that they want him. They understand the injury issue is not ideal, but they want him there. They wanted James Williams to be in that solidified role that they wanted as well. They have been working all offseason to replace Gibby. Let's not forget that. Like, yeah, we like him and all that, but all these other linebackers came in because they weren't confident in Gibby's play, and that's why they went so heavy on linebacker. These younger guys are playing good. Otis Reese is playing good. Chase Campbell is playing good. James Williams playing good. They're going to take Gibby's position real quick, and Kenneth Murray's out here flying all over the field, and they was already talking about Cedric Gray being the green dot. So I think Gibby can be gone, man.
Is Gibby the next NWI, man? Everybody just want that man gone. All he do is Look, if I see, man, I get it, though. I get it with Gibby. He's not the most athletically gifted, but if he got it up here, but most definitely, if he had the athletic gifts, man, he most definitely would be the next Luke Kuechly. That dude.
Yeah.
Can we just sign him as a linebackers coach? I mean, he's
no, he's ready to give up on himself like that.
I know. I wouldn't either.
I just feel like he'd be enjoyed more if he wasn't a starter. I feel like he's a better backup than he would be a starter, man. I just don't think he needs to be starting in the league, So that's where I'm at with Dr. Gibby. But I think because you need a smart linebacker, man. You need a linebacker that can read, that knows what's gonna happen out there before it happens. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So
I'll tell you where Gibby would be perfect at. Gibby would be perfect in goal line situations. When you right there on the goal line where, it's tight, you ain't got, the offense don't got much room to move. So, the linebackers, I mean, they ain't got to, be running all over the place like that. So you put them in a spot to where the area is limited, and Gibby could come through, man, because, I mean, he's smart enough to, catch some shit before, some shit gets to him. But at the same time, though, I mean, shoot, this guy, Gibby, man, he ain't the fastest.
The problem with Gibby is he catches it mentally, but he doesn't always catch it physically. That's the issue. So it's like, yeah, you're good to be out there, but like RJ said, maybe a backup role, and you maybe would have had a backup role if these other guys wasn't so athletic, so strong, so big, so fast, so powerful, as well as smart as well. That it's just the fact that your athleticism is about to cut you off, because we got Shane Ray out there too. Like, we got a lot of linebackers, and I know Shane Ray's on the outside, but you got Otis Reese, Chase Campbell right there behind you, Cedric Gray right behind you, and James Williams. Like, how many DB? Like, we're trying to figure out how many wide receivers we're going to keep. Then we're trying to figure out how many linebackers we're going to keep as well. How many DBs are we going to be able to keep as well? For like 53-man roster cuts coming up quick, and this is a depth position. And I wouldn't be surprised ideally, like you said, you put them in situations at the goal line, but how many times do you get to actually pick your defensive situations where, like, hey, this is ideal for Gibby, go in? A lot of times it's not going to be ideal, and you need, in those goal line situations, you need somebody that's kind of fast. So if they do bounce shit out, you can close those gaps and close that separation and get that angle. And if shit is clustered up in the middle and it bounces outside, Gibby's not going to close that distance.
I feel you, man. Hey, everybody like, share, subscribe, tell a friend about us, blah, 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 this, that, and third. Holly Wilson down in Music City Autoplex, man. Great line of vehicles. If you can't make it down there to the lot, go to musiccityautoPlex.com. Everything that's on the lot is online. Hey, last topic of the night, fellas. We got to talk about D-Hop, because even though D-Hop, he's recovering from injury, he's still catching bodies. I mean, I don't know why people keep on trying D-Hop, but people just, they want to keep on saying that he's washed. And I don't even know who this dude is, BK Clips. He might be somebody. Shout out to him, but I just don't know who he is. But anyway, he replied to D-Hop when D-Hop had commented on this girl's pic. He said she was stacked or some shit like that. I don't know. He was on some thirsty shit. But BK Clip said exactly why he's washed, why he's trash now. And then DeAndre Hopkins came back and said, but had more yards than every receiver on your favorite team at 31. Now, wasn't he talking? Yeah, it's down here. He's talking about the Ravens wide receivers. And as we can see, D-Hop had more receiving yards and more touchdowns than Zay Flowers, Odell Beckham, Mark Andrews, who got injured, Isaiah Likely, Nelson Aguilar, and Rashard Bateman. So, I mean, hey, man, you got to know who you running up on before you run up on them. But
he does not be playing with social media. You say something out of pocket, he gonna kick your ass, bro.
Yeah, he gonna get on your ass immediately. But RJ, we're gonna start it off with you. Last question of the night. How much motivation do players get from social media?
I think it just depends. Typically depends on the player. I do think DeAndre Hopkins uses it as motivation. I think Jeffrey Simmons does, because I've seen him go at it. So with people on social media.
It's definitely motivation.
So it just depends on the player. Yeah, some players, they don't even probably have social media accounts or even get on there. So to even, you know what I'm saying, to even get into all that nonsense. But me, I feel like if I were to do it, I would most definitely get in there.
Yeah. The players got to have motivation for it. Like, some things, like, you can't take everything on social media as serious, right, and as motivation, because if you do that shit and you live by social media, you're gonna get detached from the real world and all that shit. But certain things, certain headlines come across that people talk shit and it sticks into your mind. You don't think that tweet stuck in Stephon Diggs' mind when that fan said, does Josh Allen really need Stephon Diggs? I think he can do it with any other wide receiver. And Diggs respond like, oh, really? Or we'll see, or some shit like that. You're like, the players see these things. They hear the gossip. They hear the talk. They hear everything you put out there on social media. So you be damned if you don't think that last year you saw D-Hop, heard everybody talking about, hey, he's old, he's washed up, nobody wants him, he ain't going to be this. And he came out here and still produced, still put out that 1,000-yard receiving season for it and continued on to his rep. They continue to doubt him, and he has that fire. So, bro, he going to come out here and show y'all again. Like, we're going to have 2,000-yard receivers out here with Calvin Ridley and DeAndre Hopkins easily, if not 3, when Tyler Boyd's in the mix, because we're going to come out here, we're going to throw this ball, and we're going to have some plays for you, bro. I love the energy D-Hop brings, so, and you got to let social media inspire you some, because you got to understand what people are saying and what some people say that you can't. And it's like so many Titans players say, it's not proving them wrong, but proving myself right. And sometimes you need to figure, once you reach so many goals and so many awards and tasks that you're supposed to complete, you need something that helps fuel you every single day. And this can be that.
Yeah, most definitely, man. For me, I just think back to Tom Brady. I mean, I know he popped his shit on social media, but at the same time, it was said that, Tom Brady used to just sit up and think of just any fucking thing to get motivation, to get up and go play a football game. And just like you said, Firestone, it's got to be a balance, most definitely. You can't just be out here, finding all your motivation on social media. But most definitely, some of these players, they look to social media to, find that motivation, because sometimes you catch things like this when people say something that triggers you, and you be like, you know what? I'm finna go show a motherfucker. And they end up showing the motherfucker. God dang it. Motherfucker be sitting up looking stupid, man. But hey.
Hey, hold on. I know we're not addressing him, but I still have to address him, because he said Boyd ain't never hit 1,000 yards in his life or in his career close. Go check your 2019 and your 2018 stats and see Tyler Boyd hit 1,046 yards and 1,028 yards. Don't act like he just didn't get chased. And then they also got T. Higgins, and his targets went down. His production never went down. His targets went down. This dude still averaged every year coming in 10 yards per carry or more. Ain't never slacked below that. Tyler Boyd's a real deal. Put some respect on his name and know your stats before you come in here and try to say somebody ain't done something. He done 2 years worth 1K plus. Go do some research.
Like that. And just like Tre said, boy had 2 years with 1K, you fucking goofy. So we're going to end the show on that note right there. Hey, holler at Wilson, Music City Autoplex. Great line of vehicles. You can't make it down to the lot. Go online, musiccityautoPlex.com. Hey, fellas, it's been a great show tonight. Shout out to everybody watching. Y'all continue like, share, subscribe, tell a friend about us. All that good shit. Firestone, you got anything you want to say before we ride out?
Go grab merch. New merch is out, as well as we got new designs, and new designs will be coming in the regular season as well. But right now, these 2 new designs are out, so y'all go grab that, as well as the Let Ran Cook merch is still out. Go sign up for Patreon. We will be doing giveaways during this season, and all the giveaways, you will be required to be a Patreon member to enter those giveaways. So only Patreon members will get access to those giveaways. So make sure y'all go sign up for the Patreon, and check out our articles not only on our website at TitansColosseum.com, but check out our articles that we write for AllTitans.com for Athlon Sports as well. That's all I got.
Yes, sir. We gets busy. RJ, got anything you want to say?
Oh, yeah, man. Most definitely, man. Can't wait for the season, man. Well, got one more preseason game in New Orleans, man, and let's get on to this break. We can start talking real football now, man, because this fake ball that we playing, man. I'm just tired of looking at these players I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to see X's and O's and Jimmys and Joes, you know what I'm saying? So, hey.
Yeah, X's and O's, Jimmy and Joes, and meat and potatoes. God dang, we ready to get to it.
And also, we will have Blueface on Friday. He's running for fan of the year.
Shout out the Blueface.
Yeah, one of our fellow fans multiple of our fellow fans that are running for fan of the year. So we'll have him on Friday. So y'all come in, tune in, check in on that as well. So we got a good show for y'all Friday as well.
Oh, yeah, most definitely, man. And hey, I know some of y'all have saw our fan point of view experience videos. Hey, y'all going to them games this year, man. Send us y'all videos, man. Send us y'all videos, y'all pictures. And, hey, we're going to put a dope-ass video together for y'all, man. And shout out to everybody that sent us a video for these last 2 preseason games, man. I mean, I love to watch stuff like that right there, man, because I mean it's one thing to see something happen on TV, but there's nothing like being there watching it happen, and that's what you get to see with these game day experience videos from the fans' point of view. That 59-yarder that
Yes.
happened, that game winner that happened Saturday night. You get to see that on the video that we put out on Saturday, man. Y'all go watch it, man, and send them videos in to us, y'all. I promise you, man. Y'all not gonna regret it once y'all see the finished product, man. And shout out to Firestone for putting those together, because I mean that was a damn great idea. I love that shit, man.
Bro, that 59-yarder kick, to see it from a fan's point of view with the crowd in front of phone and hear all that eruption and everything, bro, it was beautiful. Lee Hillis did a good job with that, sending us to us from the 615 podcast, so we appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Miles, man. Miles was the first person to send us videos. Send us a lot of great videos for our first fan point of view video, man. And like I said, man, I love watching that, man. I mean, of course, I saw the kicks while they happened, but I went back and watched them from the fan point of view, man. Man, it's killing that TV experience, man. But y'all keep on getting those videos to us, man. Most definitely. Hey, y'all enjoy y'all week. We'll be back with you Friday with Blueface. And we gonna get to the regular season. God dang it. Hey, we just about that one more preseason game, man. Hey, tighten the fuck up.